यमुनतीरावनचारि जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय। जय राधा वल्लभ श्री राधे। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर श्री राधे। जय राधा माधव श्री राधे। जय राधा गिरिधरी श्री राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा। जय प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव। नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल। श्री श्री गौरीताय की, श्री श्री राधोल भगवान की, श्री 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 जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रमाणी की, शिला प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरे कृष्णा। So today we are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 9, Liberation, and of course the last chapter. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 24. The title of chapter is Krishna, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And today's verses are 63 and 64, they are combined. Although on the board 63 written, but the translation is for both 63 and the 64. And this verse is also very powerful, that glorifies how everything about Krishna is very pleasing to human society. So we'll discuss what are those everything that makes human society very pleasing, very happy, then what to speak of devotees. So let us read the verse 63. Bhoja vrasni andaka madhu. Bhoja vrasni andaka madhu. Surasena dasare heke. Surasena dasare hake. Slagnayitahi satvat. Slagnayitahi sasvat. Krusrajana pandubiha. Krusrajana pandubiha. Bhoja vrasni andaka madhu. Surasena dasare ke. Sadlaha nihitaha sasvat. Sadlagniya itaha sasvat. Krusrajana pandubiha. Bhoja vrasni andaka madhu. Surasena dasara keha. Slagniha itaha sasvat. Kuru sarjana pandubiha. Bhuja vrasni andaka madhu. Surasena dasara keha. Slaganitiha sasvat. Kuru srajana pandubiha. Bhoja vrasni andake madhu. Surasena dasare keha. Saglanehi eteha sasvat. Guru srajana pandubiha. Okay, translation. Before you translate, we'll also read the next 64 verse, which is part of the same. Stigna smita ishita udareha vyakyaha vikramalilaya naralokam ramyam asha mrutaya sarva anga rammaya. Okay, translation. Bhoja, associated by the Bhoja dynasty. Vrishni, and by the Vrishnis. Andhaka, and by the Andhakas. Madhu, and by the Madhus. Surasena, and by the Surasenas. Dasara, and by the Dasarakas. Slagneya, by the praiseworthy. Ihitaha, endeavoring. Sattvas, always. Kuru Srajana Pandabhiha, assisted by the Pandavas, Kurus and Srajanas. Snigna, affectionate. Smita, smiling. Ikshita, being regarded as. Udareha, magnanimous. Vakyaha, the instructions. Vikarmalilaya, the pastimes of heroism. Naralokam, human society. Ramayam Asha, pleased. Murtaya, by his personal form. Sarva Angaramaya, the form that pleases everyone. By all parts of the body. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki. Assisted by the descendants of Bhoja, Vrishni, Andhaka, Madhu, Surasena, Dasaraha, Kuru, Srajaya, and Pandu, Lord Krishna performed various activities. By his pleasing smiles, his affectionate behavior, his instruction, and his uncommon pastimes like raging Govardhan hill, the Lord appeared in his transcendental body, please all of human society. Purport: the word Naralokam, Ramayam Asha, Murtiya, Sarvanga Ramaya are significant. Krishna is the original form, Bhagavan, the Supreme Passive Godhead. He is therefore described here by the word Murtiya. The word Murti means form. Krishna or God. He is never impersonal. The impersonal feature is but a manifestation of his transcendental body. Yasyasya Prabha Prabhavanto Jagadanda Koti. The Lord is Narakriti, exactly resembling the form of a human being, but his form is different from ours. Therefore, the word Sarvanga Ramaya informs us that every part of his body is pleasing for everyone to see. Apart from his smiling face, every part of his body, his hands, his legs, his chest is pleasing to the devotees, who cannot at any time stop seeing the beautiful form of the Lord. Om Ajnana Trimindasya Jnananjala Salakaya Chaksurimlatavena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnapadaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamini Namaste Saraswadevi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachata Desha Tarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So this verse is very beautiful. You know, this is the last chapter of the Canto 9, and during next 3-4 verses this Canto will finish. And of course, next we are all eagerly waiting for the Canto 10. So up to Canto 9, the preparation for Canto 10, which is full of Krishna's pastimes. And here also, some of those pastimes are briefly mentioned preparing us for the next canto. So today's verse of 64, 63, 64, but if you go back 10 more verses before, so verse number 53 mentioned about Krishna appeared as the 8th son of Vasudeva, that is Devaki and Vasudeva. So then of course we know how he appeared and why he is appearing. So very briefly, Sukadeva Swami mentioned about his appearance to Paritranaya Savdana Vinasya Duskrutam. So as Krishna also told in Bhagavad Gita, whenever Lord appears, to deliver devotees and of course to establish the religious principles also. So then he tells very briefly about creation, how Krishna's Bhahiranga Shakti enables creation, maintenance, annihilation. Also Krishna's kindness and compassion on every living beings. Some or the other he wants to decrease our material lifespan so that we can go back to spiritual world. Who can decrease lifespan of material and then inspire you to develop some transcendental quality? Only Krishna can do it. Or Krishna's empowered devotees. Or of course, yesterday was mentioned about Krishna as time progresses, and he arranged that even the Yadu dynasty to be destroyed. He organized so that everybody can go back to their respective position. So then, now Kali Yuga started after Krishna left. So what is the shelter for the living beings in Kali Yuga? So the last verse said that shelter is Bhagavad Gita that Krishna left. So all his instruction that he left as the Bhagavad Gita shelter. And today, so also mentioned about Krishna's activities and his transcendental qualities, how they're pleasing to human society. So just looking at the first 63 verse that is written on the board, so which is talks about dynasty, various dynasties that have assisted Krishna in his pastimes, his activities. So it talks about starting with assisted by the descendants of Bhoja dynasty, Vrishni dynasty, Andhaka, Madhu, Surasena, Dasaraha, Kuru, Srajana and Pandu. So all of them assisted Lord Krishna in performing various activities. Then if you look at these dynasties, of course if you go back some previous chapter, there was a chapter on Yayati. So this Yayati, as you all know, he had two wives. One is Devayani, daughter of Śrīmad, other is Samista. So Devayani had a son called, the first son called Yadu, from which all these Yadu dynasties have come. And Krishna appeared in that. So very beautifully discussed. Then of course other side, Samista. So she also had sons. She had 3 sons. Among the last one is Puru. Puru is the only one who was willing to exchange his young body with his father who became old due to curse of Śrīmad. Okay? Because he tried to... So he not tried. He actually united with this Sramista, even though he was told not to interact with her, not to have any dealing with her. But somehow he had a dealing because of a request. Then he ended up producing 3 sons, and the last son, Puru, happens to be a first-class son. So from this Puru, of course, the dynasty continues. That is why the Puru becomes Kuru. Instead of saying Puru, people say Kuru. That's why we say Kuru dynasty. That is actually Puru dynasty. Anyway, coming to the most recent, which Krishna talks about, Pandavas. So Pandavas, dynasty of Pandava, so also assisted Krishna in activities. So in Pandava we all know the 5 brothers, and of course how they are born. This all discussed already in previous verses. Then of course not only Pandava, the Kuru dynasty includes Dhritarashtra also, Kauravas, they also assisted to demonstrate Krishna's Vikrama, his heroic power. So all of them assisted. Some have assisted positively, some have negatively, but assisted. So then coming to other side, Surasena. So he says assisted by the descendants of Surasena. And so this Surasena also comes under, from that Yadu, the son of Yayati. For that lineage, there are many, if you see the first, the beginning of chapter, there are so many names are mentioned, almost 100, like generation down. So then comes this Surasena. So this Surasena had, of course, many sons. One of them is Vasudeva, and Vasudeva's son is Krishna. Of course, Vasudeva had many wives. One of them is Devaki. So through Devaki and Vasudeva, so we have Krishna's appearance, that is described already. So then we have other brothers, others who are born to other wives of sons of Surasena. For example, Uddhava, yes, Uddhava, even the Shishupal also. So they were born to different sons of Surasena. Then here it also says Bhoja, assisted by the descendants of Bhoja. And this, so Bhoja also this, we call Kunti Bhoja or Bhoja. So this Bhoja actually comes from other side. So from, this Samistra's wives, Samitra's son side. So they are assisted. And of course, if you want to know about, for example, Krishna, how these Pandus, that is sons of Pandu, are sons of Dhritarashtra, we all know Mahabharata. And the whole Mahabharata, they also assisted. Due to their rivalry, then Krishna has to organize this Kurukshetra war to bring all those powerful warriors, powerful kings who had demonic qualities, and also the pious as well. So both are powerful. And the previous verse says that Krishna is the one who empowers, who gives the strong power, military strength and power to all these people of demonic quality. When they all strengthened with all this military strength means big warriors, then powerful weapons, and today nuclear weapons, so that can help kill the masses at once. So one atomic bomb, I think yesterday Prabhupada was saying that it seems in next year there might be a nuclear war. If so, then people will throw nuclear weapons on each other, then finish. Next 1,000, 20,000 years, nothing can be grown in that land where it is thrown, nuclear reaction. Anyway, so we don't know what happens next year, but anyway, let's focus on right now. Anyway, it is Krishna who organized this Kurukshetra. So, and then of course it is Krishna who has supported Arjuna. See, it is not possible for Arjuna to defeat Karna, Bhishma, Dronacharya, all those powerful warriors. They are like sharks, Trimingalas in the big ocean, whereas Krishna is like a small baby fish. These sharks, they can, at once, they can open their mouth and glup, take thousands of fishes, finished. They just suck and eat. So energize themselves. Similarly, they were very powerful. But because Krishna was on the side of Pandava Sena, in particular with Arjuna, so this combination of Krishna, Yatra Yogeswara Krishna, and of course with Krishna, devotee Yatra Partha, then what happens? Tatra Sri Vijayor Bhuti Nitir Matirmam. Vijayo. Here also we have one word called Vijaya. So Vikrama. So that possible. So you can see that is how they assisted. So that is, then of course if you read Mahabharata, you will see so much of the discussion. So how all of them have assisted Krishna in his activity. So, so glorifying Krishna or helping Krishna in achieving his goal of appearance. As Krishna says, even also Bhagavatam, the previous verse says, so exactly like the way Krishna says, Yada Yada Dharmasya. So in the similar manner, there is one verse that talks about Krishna's appearance, Yada Yada Dharmasya. So Glanir Bhavate Bharata. So exactly what Krishna said in Bhagavatam, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Bhagavad Gita, the same thing is mentioned here also. Krishna appeared to establish religious principles. Because there is too much of irreligiosity happened, establish a religious principle, then protect sadhus, then of course you have to vinasya duskruta. And for that purpose you need assistant. Of course, Krishna can fight himself, but he is not as, cannot glorify. Because Krishna can, just by his will, by his just eyebrow, he can actually finish all these, the demons. But Krishna also wants to, exhibit and demonstrate his capability and ability and his power, then his ability to assist the devotees, all that glorification comes through all these pastimes. So those activities, so that is how Pandus assisted, then the Kauravas assisted, Kuru dynasty assisted, Kunti dynasty assisted, Surasena dynasty assisted, both sides. These are all coming under Chandramamsi. Okay, so that means we can say all these Kauravas and the Yadus, they are connected to Yayati. So that is in brief. So that is the first verse, which is 64. So 63. So now the next verse 60, which is part of it, 63, 64. So has very powerful meaning also. So in the translation it says, Krishna, by his pleasing smiles, so he pleased all the human society. So that is Smita. So here, we say Smite. So Smita. So this Smita means smiling. So this Krishna smiling is, of course, very intoxicating also. So we see the Krishna with the cows and calves. So he is very smiling on this baby calves. So as a result, so even the cows sometimes they are fatigued. Cows go all the way from the house to the Vrindavan forest to the Giri Govardhan. You have to walk. So how many of you have done Parikrama, Govardhan Parikrama? Many of you, including our small boy also. So when you do this Govardhan Parikrama, although we are doing with enthusiasm, but we also get fatigued. While doing that Govardhan Parikrama, 14-15 kilometer walking, now we are very enthusiastic and happy. Then you are walking on that soft sand, then you feel feet also feel very nice. How many of you have done barefoot Parikrama? Okay, so at least half of you, very nice, no problem. Barefoot Parikrama. Devotees do barefoot Parikrama because they think Krishna, it's actually Krishna and the gopis and various devotees walked on that sand. It must be the moment that Krishna walks, it is a very auspicious, pure. So therefore devotees don't want to put their shoes on it. So they want to walk barefoot. So many places is very pleasing, obviously. Some places you come across the road, some stones, sometimes even nails also, they might prick. So you may get some little pain as well. But however, that pain is nothing comparable to the pleasant, the feeling, everybody is feeling the connection with Krishna's lotus feet. So out of reverence, out of respect, out of purity for Krishna's lotus feet, so they somehow want to walk themselves barefoot. So that way, no offense, no offending the glorious footprint of the devotees and the Krishna. Because even the footprints of devotees are also as glorious as Krishna's. In the previous, Bharat, the son of Shakuntala, if you see his feet, even he also has some of the auspicious marks, just like Krishna. The previous chapter said that, so Krishna, this Bharat Maharaj is actually a partial incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Obviously, will also have some of those. So even he has his lotus feet below some of those marks. So therefore, in the devotees also will have. So that is why we always, do namaskar to even the Prabhupada lotus feet. In many places they have got an impression of Prabhupada. Then we, offer our respect, and of course we put our forehead to the Krishna Prabhupada lotus feet. Or if you happen to visit, let us say, Jagannath Puri. So there is one mandir nearby Jagannath Puri. So there is also a temple where on the stone the footprints of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are there. How many have seen footprint of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So yes, so in the temple, so we also respectfully pray, not walk on it. Or what to speak of that? If you go to, so let us say, so this, which one? Madhya Pradesh, Indore, and another one is their capital city. So there also a lot of Ramachandra's footprints are there. So they, of course they put something around so that devotees don't have to walk on it. So footprints of Krishna and Krishna's devotees are very auspicious. That's why we do. So now these cows and everybody did this, go to Govardhan, and there they spent some time for the day. So ate grass, and then of course Gopals also went. Then they come back, or even during that period, Krishna is smiling at them. Just by smile of Krishna, all their tiredness is gone. Then come to Kurukshetra war. In Kurukshetra war, big fighting was going on. This Arjuna has to single-handedly handle all those powerful archery warriors. Even the Karna, Ashwathama, Bhishma, so many of them. Although Bhima was there, Bhima is powerful. No, but he is very strong in mace. Take this Gada. So with Gada you have to go nearby and fight. Whereas with bow and arrow, from far distance you can fight. You can kill all those Pandava Sena. So because of that, even so this Arjuna also got fatigued so many times. So often Krishna's smiling face he sees, then he feels energized. So that is the glory of Krishna's smiling. Of course, Krishna is enchanting. So just by smile, he can attract all the young girls of Vrindavan, those gopis. And then of course his beauty is increasing day by day. So they're smiling. So even in Rasa dance, if you see in Rasa dance, so when the many thousands of gopis are dancing with Krishna, and Krishna is smilingly dancing, even though they're dancing for hours and hours, so they are feeling, not fatigued. Sometimes Krishna disappeared from there. If they were very fatigued, they might just sit down. Okay, we had enough dance up to hour. Sit down. They didn't do that. They became even more intense, enthusiastic, and run to find out where is this Krishna. Then they come across Lord Narayana. Say, no, we don't want you. We want Krishna, two-handed Krishna. So you can see his smile is very intoxicating. What to speak of this one? Even the yogis who are performing tapas for thousands of years, what is their goal? Just to have a glance of Krishna's appearance. That's all. So their tapas is successful. So in the Bhagavatam also, even the Lord Kapila Dev says, the yogis, so they meditate on the Krishna's smile. Krishna's smile is intoxicating, and also Balaram's smile is intoxicating. Even the Nityananda Prabhu's smile is intoxicating. So last week I was in Christchurch in New Zealand. Maybe you might have went to Christchurch, Prabhu? No. Christchurch, anybody went? Okay, in Christchurch they have got Gauritai deity. So especially Nityananda Prabhu's deity, the deity form is in a smiling form. Very, very smiling. You go there with all the fatigues, all the troubles, all the problem, all the difficulties you face in your life. Just go there, is so smiling, intoxicating. You forget all those troubles of this material world. Yeah, so this is the glorification of smile. So so Kapila Dev says this Hasam Hareya. Hasam means Hasanmukha, smiling. Smiling of Hari, Supreme Person of Godhead, is so intoxicating that even all the trouble, the grief that you got, soak of this material world will vanish. So that is, he says, that's why he says, verse, by his smile. So Krishna So by his, by his pleasing smile, he pleased everybody, human society. Of course, devotee automatically, so the moment they see Krishna, they are always very happy. So next, so Krishna is not only smiling pleasingly, but also affectionate. Signa, the first one. Snigdha. So Signa. So this Signa, of course, means affectionate. Krishna is affectionate, not only smiling. So it's not like simply smiling, but not affectionate. They are called Gomukha Vraja-ra. They look like very innocent, but inside they are like a Vraja-ra, like a tiger, devouring. So we should be not only just Gomukha. Go means cow. The cow is very kind animal. But the tiger is not kind. If it is hungry, so it will become its Mahaprasada. So that's why called Gomukha Vraja-ra. So Krishna is not only kind like cow, but is also affectionate. Even the cows are affectionate. If you usually see a cow, whenever the small cows comes, whether it is its own daughter is born to it or not, but they are lick like this. Lick that. Anybody seen the big cows licking the small cow? So Krishna is also like that. So he's affectionate, very affectionate. So we have seen, of course, affectionate of this very beautifully in the Leela of Narasimhadeva and Prahlad. The previous one, verse, Kanto had dedicated several chapters on this Hiranyakashipu, how he has troubled his son Prahlad, and how Lord has protected him. That is the protection. When it comes to a ultimate point where Krishna in the form of Narasimhadeva has to kill Hiranyakashipu. So, Hiranyakashipu came, when Narasimhadeva appeared, he was so angry. So he killed Hiranyakashipu, many other Hiranyakashipu's friends and associates, everyone. Even then he was very angry. He went and sat on that throne, very angry. So at that time all the devatas appeared. Brahma appeared, Shiva appeared, Lakshmi appeared, Indra appeared, everyone appeared, all the devatas, to please, to pay their obeisance and respect and then praise the Lord for his accomplishment. But because Narasimhadeva was so angry, Brahma not dare to go and see, pacify, so he was fearful. Then nobody, Shiva, no, he said no. Then they thought maybe Lakshmi Devi, usually wife, however, whatever anger you may be, you will subsidize when the wife comes, generally. So therefore they thought maybe Lakshmi Devi can do it. Lakshmi Devi said no. This is the kind of form I never saw. You see there, Narasimhadev, how ferocious. Oh, that side is elephants, but this side you see, 4 Narasimhadevas. Oh, I didn't see. There are 4 forms. But that may be very frightening to the people who come to steal the money, the Krishna's hundi. But sometimes they enter when it's dark and take away. They think Krishna can't see them. Anyway, so the Narasimhadeva is so angry and looks frightening, but then finally they thought, okay, let us send Prahlad. When Prahlad went, immediately Narasimhadeva became very calm, and then he put his hand on the head of Prahlad, and Prahlad was standing, put on his head, and then took him like Prahlad, put him on the neck, on his here. So then he licking, So if you have seen that Mahavir Narasimha or in the movie, so Narasimhadev is licking the head and face and the cheeks of Prahlad. That's affection. So because Prahlad has undergone so much of trouble just for chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. He says Om Namo Narayana. No, he is chanting this Vasudeva mantra, Krishna mantra, holy name. So because of that, the father became enemy. Of course, Prabhupada talks about, so even here also, I think earlier it was mentioned that when you go and do Harinam, Hare Krishna Kirtan in the Melbourne Swanson Street, something like around 40-50 years ago. At that time, people not like now. Now you go there and they will come and dancing with you. But earlier it seemed they used to throw eggs on the face of the devotees or spit on them, sometimes hit them, sometimes capture them. The police officer captured them and put into the jail. And some of our devotees, Prabhupada disciples, went and spent some time in jail also. So in jail also they were chanting Hare Krishna. Then finally they said, okay, go out. They said, left them. Anyway, so much of difficulty devotees undergo by chanting. So same thing happened to Prahlad. So Prahlad was, healed and protected by Narasimhadev so affectionately. So there is the affection of Krishna, Narasimhadev. Of course, Krishna, the pastime we will see in the 10th canto, so many affectionate dealings of Krishna with the devotees. Even with, for example, Sudama. Sudama was a poor Brahmin, came. He was, his classmate. Suppose the person with materialistic mentality has such a friend and comes, do we welcome? May not be. Even the Draupadi's father, so he had a childhood friend, this Dronacharya. He promised him, when I became a king, you are a poor Brahmin, I will give you half of my kingdom. But when he became a king, Dronacharya went to that place. Now that I have come, you promise, he is not asking for kingdom because he just needed some cows and little bit wealth so that he can take care of his son, family. So he said, no, who are you? No, not even, I didn't promise you such a thing. Because of that, of course, Dronacharya said, okay, I am going to train some warriors who will defeat you, capture you. Of course, they will not kill you, they capture you and I will show you mercy on you and you will be really rewarded. That's how we trained to Pandavas and Kauravas. So Arjuna was able to do that. You see? So even the Mahabharata time, Draupadi's father was not that kind like Arjuna, so like Krishna. So Krishna was so kind to even Sudama, classmate of in Sandipini Ashram. Correct? In Sandipini Ashram, of course, when you go to class, you have friends. So one of the classmates is Sudama. Sudama, when he came, so he bestowed so much of wealth on him. That is his affection. So then Vakya. He says, Krishna has pleased everyone through his Vakya. So he says, Vakyaha, the instruction. So what are the Vakya? Here is not described. But of course, Vakya, we all know that. So after Krishna's departure in Kali Yuga, what is the Krishna's instruction shelter we can take? Bhagavad Gita. So people are taking Bhagavad Gita shelter. We are very fortunate to be able to directly hear from realized devotees like Bhakti Sara Prabhu and feel happy through the narration. Correct? Sometimes dull-headed, we can't understand the instruction. So Prabhupada given purport. Still we can't understand. So we should be told with example that we can relate today in our life, in our context. Who can tell you? Bhakti Sara Prabhu can tell you. Bhakti Sara. Sara means the mellow of that bhakti. That Krishna's Sara. We say Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is like a Sara of all the Vedic Vedas. It is the ripened fruit of Vedic tree. When the fruit is ripened, we can release very easily. So similarly, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's instruction, although it is there, for us, no knowledge, so because of which we can't release it, we can't understand it. Someone who can tell in the context, so we can understand very easily. So Krishna's instructions are pleasing to every human society. So we are directly reading. But there are some devotees, for example, in August, many times, but in last month, in the August month of this year, so I had been to various cities in China, Xi'an, Beijing, Hohhot, then Harbin, Yantai, Hangzhou, Shanghai, Shenzhen, then Chengdu. All these places, the devotees are there. Some of them ask them, how did you come to Krishna consciousness? They said, somehow I come across this book, Bhagavad Gita. Of course, in particular, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Then I read it, then slowly I developed this desire to start remembering Krishna. Then I see the photos there, and then I saw people just like in the photo, wearing this dhoti and dancing, then start interacting with them. Then I become Krishna conscious. Now running Bhakti Vraksha program. Not only they are so happy, but also now making others happy. Initially they were living a life of hippies. Just like Prabhupada made with his direct connection, hippies into happies. Similarly, the book, the Krishna's instruction, the book, Bhagavad Gita, has transformed some of these hardcore Chinese who eat snake, frog, then various animals, fry in the oil direct. Then such people, some of them, have transformed into devotees. So it is very pleasing. Now you visit them, in Bhaktivedanta, go and run Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Bhagavad Gita class, do on some kirtan. You thought you maybe have to eat some Chinese vegetarian food. No. They will give you fantastic prasada, even samosa, then gulab jamun, of course, and many other special meal made from lotus root. In China, you can get lotus root very abundant, and then they give some meal made through lotus root. If you eat, very nice, because we say Krishna's lotus face, lotus feet, lotus body, everything is so glorious. We compare to lotus. There you get a lotus root. Fortunately, we are not Jains. If you are a Jain, then you can't eat anything that is grown under the earth, correct? The root is grown. So potato they can't eat. So many things they don't eat. But whereas we lotus root, very nice. You can see. So we get the opportunity to honor Krishna's prasada made from lotus root. They are happy while cooking. We are happy. Of course, some of them devotees, they also train to worship in their simple way, then offer it to Krishna, and then of course the Krishna accept, and we also get that. So it is so pleasant. You can see Krishna's instructions for Kali Yuga. So Krishna doesn't have to directly explain, nor Krishna's devotees directly have to explain. Simply the book has the power, Krishna's power. So Krishna has endowed with all his power and his grace, his mercy in that book, in those instructions. It is up to us whether we take it or not. It is all in our consciousness. So that is the Krishna's instruction. So then of course next Krishna also instructed Arjuna as well. Sometime Arjuna was hesitant to fight with Bhishma. Out of affection, my Bhishma Dev is my grandfather. When I was a small baby, he used to put on his lap and then took care of me. And he also played with me like a horse riding, so many things. How can I kill him? Out of that affection. So many times he is not releasing the arrow powerfully. So Krishna has to instruct him, do your duty. Then also, in the war, the most formidable, the most powerful warrior on the Kaura side who can fight equally with Krishna, even more powerful than, equally with Arjuna. More powerful than Arjuna is Karna. Karna is the son of Suryadev, whereas Arjuna is the son of Indradev. But anyway, so Karna was more powerful than Arjuna in by material power in those weaponry. But so once, while fighting, his that chariot wheel broke, so he comes down, tried to fix, or he got stuck in the mud, tried to lift it up. At that time, of course, Arjuna, as a code of conduct of the war, he didn't shoot arrow. He's just waiting for him to remove that wheel and then come up, then start fighting. That was the code of conduct. If someone has no weapon, you don't go fight with weapon. Even if you are doing this mace, Gada Yuddha, while fighting, suppose Gada slips from your hand. Would other opponent come and hit you at that time? No. Oh, go and pick up that weapon. The heroic person will say, okay, pick up that weapon. I'll fight with you. So that was, but at that time Krishna said, no, this is the opportunity. You think how much impious activity they did, never they followed. And then of course, this is the only way you can kill that Karna. When he is weaponless and trying to, at that time, Karna tried to remind Arjuna, hey Arjuna, you know the rules and regulations of war. But still Krishna inspired him, okay. So Krishna may help break also through the instruction, divine instruction. Okay, you can see Krishna assisted. So then we have got Vikrama Leelaya. So the one word called Vikrama Leela. Krishna has pleased everyone through his Vikrama Leela. So what is Vikrama Leela? The pastimes of heroism. So what is the heroism? So biggest thing that you can do, a hero is considered one who can lift, for example, if somebody comes, we are all struggling to bring down the Prabhupada Vyasasana, 10 devotees, but one person comes, he puts his hand below and lifts like that and puts here. We call that person the hero, obviously. So here, Krishna's, what is heroism, Krishna? Here says, pastime like raging Govardhan hill. That's what Prabhupada translation says. That's the heroism. Who can lift a mountain? Only who we can call heroism is powerful person. Not only lifting a mountain, but also just holding one finger like this. Who can do that? With this hand like this, if I hold it for 10 minutes, my hand will start paining slowly, slowly. I'll keep it done. You see, 1 kilo in the beginning at least okay. But if you hold it for 1 hour, this seems like a Govardhan mountain. But Krishna was able to hold for how many days? Several days. On top of it, thunderstorm. Indra is sending heavy rain. And of course, there are so many devotees are there. And they didn't eat food for 7 days. And they are, but also on top of it, smiling. Holding, smiling. And ever enthusiastic. So that way he has, nourished all of the devotees standing around. Then he lifted. So that is the heroism Krishna exhibited. So then this also, of course, there are many other heroism he performed. In the next canto, 10, 11, 12, canto, 10th canto, you will see the heroism of Krishna even as a baby. What did he do as a baby? The Putana, demon, just by sucking, initially she wanted to feed Krishna milk. Of course, he put some poison, but Krishna affectionately drank and pulled her full life out of her. So he killed her, Putana, at the age of what? 6 days old baby. So that's the heroism. Then, of course, as you go forward, even at the age of, say, for example, 4 years, so he killed Dhenukasura, that demon, at the age of 6. So when he lifted Govardhan hill, what was his age? 7 years. A 7-year baby boy coming and lifting. Gokul, what is your age? More than 7. So you see, so imagine Gokul coming and lifting like that. So Krishna lifted Govardhan hill, and then of course he performed many pastimes, Rasalila dance. So he was almost like 8-9 years. So Rasalila. Then he killed many of the Kamsa, coming finally to the Kamsa. So that was the end of his childhood. So he slowly entering into Kishora age. So Kamsa he killed. Kamsa he was at that time 11 years, 6 months and 6 days. Let's make it 12 years to make it easy. 11 years, 6 months, 11.5 or 6 days more. Anyway, he was able to kill all the powerful wrestlers of this Kamsa. Chanukya, Mustika, they were very powerful, very powerful in this Kusti we call, Kusti, fight. So he killed them. Then finally this Kamsa also very powerful too. So Krishna has killed this Kamsa. So those are Leelas, Krishna's heroic activities. So heroism. Then of course, so then it also talks about every part of Krishna's body is pleasing. So this Prabhupada's purport, Prabhupada says, so apart from Krishna's smiling face, every part of Krishna's body, Krishna's face, now just see the deity. So Krishna's the lips, very red, beautiful. Krishna's eye is called lotus eye, Kamala Netra, lotus eye. And the smile, his ears, so put very nice necklace, very beautiful to see. So his hair also so beautiful. The kirita, then of course his flute is also very beautiful. And the flute, so the gopis are saying, this flute bamboo is so glorious, so elevated, so lucky, and this receives Krishna's mercy every day. Because this the bamboo is the tree transformed into that flute. And the flute is having Krishna's licking, Krishna's this every day. Because Krishna is holding the flute and singing, is playing. So gopis are saying that these bamboos are more elevated, more luckiest beings in the entire creation, because they get to lick Krishna's lips, nectar from Krishna's lips every day. So Krishna may kiss Radharani once in a while. But whereas this bamboo is having kissing and enjoying the nectar every day. So releasing, and their whole dynasty of bamboo is more glorious than anybody else. So that is Krishna's Murti. And then so Prabhupada is saying that this the word Murti, Murtiya, this word Murti, that is Krishna's form, is very glorious. It is not impersonal, it is not a formless. Krishna is a form. So then of course this Murtiya, Sarvanga Ramaya, Sarvanga, all the angas of Krishna. The face, lotus face we say. Even the feet, lotus feet. All the devotees aspire to take shelter of lotus feet. Why? Because all the treasure, mercy, compassion, everything is at Krishna's lotus feet. You want a protection? Take lotus feet of Krishna, because all the weapons necessary for protecting are there. You want a wealth, material wealth? Take shelter of Krishna. All the wealth is there. Usually people pray to Lakshmi Devi. Why? Lakshmi Devi has all the wealth, he can give it to you. You do Lakshmi Puja. Religiously people perform Lakshmi Puja to make their business successful. And whenever they want to start business, every year they do, to acquire some of the wealth of Narayana through Lakshmi. And how did the Lakshmi gain all the wealth? Through Padaseva. We say Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam. And the epitome of Padasevanam is what? Lakshmi. Lakshmi is always holding lotus feet and massaging Lord Narayana's feet. Therefore, she has access to all the wealth in the lotus feet. Lakshmi, if you want a wealth, take shelter of Lakshmi. You want a protection? You want a bhakti? The devotion. The devotees just want to be an atom of dust of lotus feet of Krishna. Says, if I can be just a dust on which Krishna works, my life is fulfilled. Because even having Krishna's feet on our head is so auspicious. If Krishna puts his leg on the head, he is very auspicious. The most auspicious actually. In the previous canto we discussed about Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj offered his whatever he had with Trivikrama. Vamadeva is the Trivikrama. Who is Trivikrama? Trivikrama is the presiding deity of this temple. Correct? So he is the president of this temple, real president. Okay, if you in the temple, real president among all the deities is the Trivikrama, that Vamadeva there, the Shaligram Shila, Trivikrama. So he, with 3 steps, 2 steps only he covered everything that Bali Maharaj wanted. All upper planet, lower, everything. Then where do I keep third step? Bali Maharaj says, okay, please put me on my head. So because the Vamandev put his lotus feet on the head of this Bali Maharaj, so Bali Maharaj achieved the highest success in life, wherein even though he was lived some period in Pataloka, there Lord himself is the gatekeeper. Imagine, the security guard of your house is the Krishna. Krishna becoming a security guard of your house to protect you. That's what he has done. So that is the kind of mercy. So and even Ravana heard Bali Maharaj is living opulently. He thought he will go there and take away opulent from there. Ravana went there. At that time, Krishna was the gatekeeper there. He kicked him. Then he fell into this ocean. You see the protection. Even a Ravana cannot do anything to you. Hiranyakashipu cannot do anything to you. What to speak of any other people. So that is the glory of protection. Even the heart attack cannot do anything for you. Prabhupada had several heart attacks. People with simple one heart attack, finished. But Prabhupada had heart attack during that journey from India to the New York, USA. On the way, on the ocean, Atlantic Ocean, several heart attacks. And that ocean is very rough. Plus no proper food also. All that. No care also. No doctor there. Alone in some small cabin. But Krishna protected. If Krishna want to protect, no one kill. If Krishna want to kill, no one can protect. So there is one word. Rake Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rake. If Krishna want to protect you, nobody can kill you. If Krishna want to kill you, nobody can protect you. No one can protect you. So so many have tried to protect various personalities in Kaurava during Kurukshetra war, but nobody can protect. Because Krishna desired to kill that person. Krishna created a scenario to kill. Okay, so now coming to, and also Krishna's not only transcendental body and his transcendental pastime and other activities, his qualities. And in the book, when we read the qualities of Krishna, we have many qualities. Krishna has 64 qualities described in the Vedas and also in Nectar of Devotion. So, so if you see, does others have got 64 qualities? For example, Lord Narayana. Out of the 64 qualities, Lord Narayana has only 60. What about Lord Shiva? He has only 55. What about Lord Brahma? Only 50. What about me? Maybe 1 or 2, 0 almost. Correct? So, we are Jiva Tattvas. Correct? So, Jiva Tattvas have only few qualities. But of course, our qualities are there little bit here and there, but very little. Minute. So, those are Krishna's very elegant. Even, for example, Krishna is very pleasing. Are we pleasing all the time? Not always. If somebody didn't treat us well, we are not happy. So, we take offense. And of course, Krishna is always truthful. Sometimes it may sound like he's not truthful, but he's truthful always. But we are not. And Krishna is the most intelligent and also most witty, most poetic. Krishna knows how to, say for example, this Bhasmasur. So once did some tapas and from Shiva. So he got requested Shivji, oh, give me a boon. What is that boon? On whosever head I put my hand, that person should become Bhasma, called Bhasmasur. Now this demon Bhasmasur, what did he do? He thought, now maybe I don't want any other people to get such a boon. Who can go? Only Shiva. Let me finish Krishna. Shiva himself. So he wanted to put his hand on the Shiva. Shiva now started running everywhere. Then somewhere he come across Krishna in the form of Brahmin. Tell his problem. He says, why are you running around like this? I can't see you running like this. You are such a peaceful person, always meditating on Lord Rama. But now you are running around, frightful. Tell the situation. He said, don't worry, I will solve. So what did Krishna do? Krishna assumed the form of beautiful woman. Then, so when this person came, oh, did you see Shiva? Yes. But I will tell you if you can follow, do dance with me. So Krishna in the form danced, and then once in dance he put his head himself, and that Bhasmasura also imitated, and then died. So he's very witty. He doesn't have to fight. He knows how to get things done by simple action. So that is witty. Self-control, there are so many qualities. Then of course if you see, for example, quality number 50. So he's the supreme. So that quality even the Shiva has. That quality, sometimes we say Iswara, Shiva is also controller. Then Brahma has a quality to control this universe. So then of course Krishna is the supreme controller. That's why I say Iswara Parama Krishna. Iswara, among the controller, the supreme controller is Krishna. So therefore then of course quality number, for example, 60. So 60th quality of Lord Narayana is, what is that? So Lord Narayana can attract all those who are self-realized. So that is but out of our reverence they attract. Whereas Krishna can do all of that, plus he has got 4 more qualities. What are those? So this we call, Venu Madhurya. He can attract simply by his flute sound. The cows, he doesn't have to come, cows, let's go home. So when he plays, cows know to come and go. And of course when he plays the flute, all these gopis, initially they were lusty. They ran to Krishna. Then of course through association they became divine. So even they can leave their family, husband, children. If some gopis are feeding a baby, they will just drop and run. Yeah. So that is Venu Madhurya. Then Prema Madhurya. So Krishna is, in offering the prema, consuming love, he is the highest. Then of course Rupa Madhurya. His Rupa is beautiful, we discussed already. Then Leela, his Leelas are so glorious, which we will learn in the 10th canto. So I will leave it for 10th canto for discussion. So you can see Krishna is very glorious. So he is all glorious. As a result, he pleases. So just to conclude, we can just read, by pleasing smile, Krishna by his pleasing smiles, affectionate behavior, through instruction, his pastimes, in transcendental body is transcendental discourse, so he pleased all human society. And not only at that time when he appeared, but even now he is pleasing through his instruction. He is now pleasing through his Murti, Archa Vigraha. I think Mata's name is Murti. Yeah, so Krishna Murti. Murti is Krishna form. Of course, Krishna, Prabhupada has written, Krishna is a form, not a impersonal. So impersonal is Krishna's vibhuti, another effulgence. But whereas real form is Krishna, he is a Murti. So Prabhupada emphasizing this word Murti. So the Murti, Narapriya. So this Krishna's Murti is very pleasing. Murtiya, Sarvanga Ramaya. So Ramaya means pleasing. Rama is pleasing, pleasant. So Sarvanga, every anga is pleasant, and then he pleases the human society. So we have seen, we discussed all those examples of how Krishna's qualities, Krishna's transcendental form, Krishna's activities, how they are pleasing, how they are uplifting. Smile, smile can be material smile or material beauty and the divine beauty. Divine beauty will elevate us, and that's what Krishna is doing. So with that, let me stop here. So thank you very much. So let me answer this question. Mataji left. So just read as it is. Prabhu, you mentioned how Krishna has 64 qualities. We are all getting our qualities from Krishna. So how do we understand that the bad qualities of living entities are also come from Krishna? Yes. So for example, lust. Lust is our first enemy. That we call Ashtavargas, the 6 qualities. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. Where are they coming from? Yes, they are coming from Krishna too. Sometimes people accuse, oh, Krishna is very lusty. He has got so many wives. Still, he is playing around, dancing with other wives also. But Prabhupada said, yes, Krishna is lusty, but Krishna is unlimitedly lusty. Who can be unlimitedly lusty? Krishna can be. So that is why he can satisfy so many of them. So these are there. But Krishna's, in the spiritual world, the lusty is transformed into the love. But in the material world, the lust is actually very, what we call, perverted. So if you are lust for serving others, greed for serving others nicely, so those are positive qualities. But because this perverted revelation and the self-desire to enjoy ourselves, so they become, bad qualities. But if you can transform the greed, transform the anger, those devotees are serving so nicely, let me get some inspiration, let me also serve nicely. So if you can transform that into spiritual, there are good qualities. Yes, these qualities. So like Krishna is the greatest thief. So the quality of thief, stealing, where it is coming from? Coming from Krishna only. But Krishna has stole butter, stole heart of gopis, but made them divine. So when the Krishna stole the butter from the rafter, when the pot these various gopis and they put, they didn't feel pain. They were feeling more happier. Their opulence is increasing. So if you are very lucky, Krishna can steal all your wealth also. Prabhupada said that if Krishna steals your wealth from you, you are the most glorious. Immediately he will give shelter, you come and join him, his party. So who want all this material wealth anyway after we die? All our bank balance is taken by government or some other people. Correct? Suppose you don't have children, no son, no wife, nobody to claim. All your wealth will be taken by government. Somebody will take away. Correct? If Krishna takes away from the most luckiest person. If Krishna wants to give you the highest benediction is he takes away all your wealth. He takes away all your bondages, your wife, your son, your daughter, your wealth, your country also. Correct? If you are attached to Janma Bhumi, he will create a war for your mercy. So you are occupied by the enemies and they will drive you out. Correct? So that happens. So that is the mercy of Krishna. So Krishna's all those qualities are there. So but they all are transcendental qualities. So as our size, if you use all these qualities, Arishtavargas, if you connect with the Krishna, they will become auspicious. But if you don't connect with Krishna, only use only for our own sense gratification, our own glory, our own ego boosting, and then me, nobody else. Correct? Even if you become a ruler of the three worlds, just like Hiranyakashipu, you will not be happy. Hiranyakashipu, if you read in the Bhagavatam, that he was the most unhappiest person in the universe. He became ruler of the upper planets, middle planets, lower planets. Even the Narada Muni, except Narada Muni, everybody was in his control. Shiva was in control. Brahma was in control. Indra obviously was in control. Narada Muni was a devotee, so he didn't play with him. Because Narada Muni is not desiring any wealth, any power, anybody. He's just going from here and there. That time he'll say, okay, no, not concerned to me, my power. So he was ruling and all that, but he was not happy. Because he was disconnected from the source of happiness. Sat Chit Ananda, unlimited Ananda is Krishna. When you connect with Ananda, this material you got or not, you are happy. There are many devotees so happy, living so happily, dancing, chanting, feasting, everything they are doing so happily. Whereas the richest people on the planet, they are not happy at all. They want this recognition, this war. I want that planet, that island for me. I want Nobel Prize. You see, President of America, all the time, I want Nobel Prize. I want Nobel Prize. Become Krishna's friend, he will give you all the prizes, all the fame. Krishna has it. This Nobel Prize is nothing. Okay, so I hope that answers. With that, let me finish here. So thank you very much for attending. Grantara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki Jai.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,